And also in Vikendi, you guys can find G36C. That's one of the unique weapon also in Vikendi. And we already see, already witness, all the team, I guess, is already dropped from the plane and they're ready to loot about their utility and equipment also because it's very important. Like what Jelly said, and the zone is pushed toward the north of the map.
Yes.
That's the zone of Vikendi, I hope so.
Oh, this is very extreme circle, okay?
Yes.
Because it's just first circle. It's very on the top. It's going to be a hard work for teams who land on the southern area. And it is going to be an advantage for Aura, Boom, and other teams who drop or land in the northern area. And in here we can see now DG. I think DG is going to do scrapping because as we can see Turner ZT is land on a wide place,
Yes.
open area, just trying to find houses nearby. And also in here another DG Esports member already gets some weapon. Although it's not too good because it's only SMGs.
Yes.
SMGs is only good for close to medium range,
Yes,
right?
close to medium range. And we've seen here, GDS already faced the Ampas team. Bahamas is one already knocked in. They are not finishing yet because they still seek for the teammate, but still one kill, one performance for the GD as the first kill they already obtained in this game.
Yeah, this is the looting race that we talked before, right?
Yes.
Because Fallen in here already got Yuzai, and he already take down one member of the DG Sport. GD Sport, I mean.
GD, yes. GD, DG and G.
Yeah,
and,
it's quite tricky, right?
It's quite
Because-
tricky, yeah. Between Dunia Games and Genesis Dogma.
Yeah.
The short name, hey, one player from Ampas is already in the booth. Oh, what a timing! Already have one now, but still, Cap actually can finish his job because one already have the obstacle, but one another, a fallback in here, and Capsy is quite hard right now because he is only single player from Ampas. The follow-up is quite slow right now, and from Team DG is still compact with their teammate. Ford still stands still strong, and Ampas is already left about their two players.
Yes, correct. Bahampas need to disengage for now because it's not worthy to fight for at the early game. Because moreover, I saw like Bahampas in here, Red Juice doesn't have any helmet yet, and also their weapon is not really maximum red. And we move to another team for now. Is Nara team. Oh, they already secure one vehicle
Yes,
now.
it's one of the most important key in PUBG Mobile, especially in a wide map like Vikendi, even though it is 6x6. But still, the vehicle is very important. It is a transportation device, and also it can be a fort for us if the zone is in open space or open area. And right now we see it at Podvosto. We have Team 2, EVOS, and also Team 6, IOG or Island of God. It is quite a big city in here with a lot of compounds, and it is not just an ordinary compound. It is a second or third floor compound, so that way it is quite hard to seek to scout each other, and it is very important for them to have a good loot first, like what Alter Ego in here already have G36C, right?
Yes.
It is a unique weapon in Vikendi.
Yes, it is very stable, I think, for this assault rifle in Vigendi. Some players, they choose more into like G36C rather
Yes.
than M4.
Yes, yes, yes.
Even though like M4 is having more damage, right, rather
Yes.
than G66, but the stability of G66 is like unbeatable. I think.
Yes, unbeatable. It's really easy to control. While in M4, the case in M4 is if you do not have the tech stock, it will be quite hard to be controlled. If we compare it to G36C, I mean like G36C is really easy to be controlled, especially if you're good with your 3x scope.
Oh yes, correct. Even though if you put 4x scope, also it's quite good also.
Ah, yes.
Because the stability is very
Yeah,
high.
the stability, it is a good choice for every player. But now we see the RRQ is still looting, like you said before. The very first circle is about loot the utility and equipment, because in the next zone, especially in zone 4 or 5, it will be a contest or be contested, right?
Yes,
so
correct.
that way it is very important to have a good utility, good equipment, so that way we can manage to win every fight that we will face later. And we see in here all players, or I can say most of the players, is ready to take the part in the very first zone. This is just the very first zone, but when we compare it to an Angel or Sunhawk, like we already played before, it is like already at the third phase, right? Because the lane is quite small, but the C part is quite big actually.
Yes, correct. And this is going to be a very important thing for timings
Yes, yes,
because
yes.
the rotation time is going to play a big role in here.
Yes.
Moreover, they must need to know whether they need to going to inside the zone, going to the middle of the zone at now,
Yes.
or maybe later they must hold until the blue zone comes in, and later they do the late rotation. This is depends on the gameplay of each team.
Yes, I can argue more. I mean, like if you want to play at the edge of the zone, it is okay, but still it is safer, I guess, to go to the center of the zone or the middle of the zone. But still, if all players think like that, there will be a war zone at the middle of the
Yes,
zone.
it's
Even
going.
though this is just still a first phase of the game.
Yes, correct. But in here, in the third match, we can see more passive gameplay at the first circle. Because previously on the second match, in the first circle in Erangel, there's already two teams going back to the lobby in the
Yes.
first circle. Maybe they need to be careful, to be more careful at this moment. As we can see now, also there's still, oh my god, there's already a war in here. Bahamas has already knocked down, and oh, become the first team that going back to the lobby, Bahamas.
Yes.
Oh, because they already remains two players.
Yes, it's just two players left from Bahamas because at the early game, two already been knocked and finished by Team DG, right? Dunia
Yes,
Games.
correct.
And RRQ already have this compound, and one player is still outside, so that way they can wipe Bahamas easily. But still, this is just the third match of the day, and it is still a long way for PMPL itself. So that's way good game for RRQ for now on, and they already have 2 kills.
Yes, secure for the early game, yeah.
Yes.
This is quite good also, but the circle is already going in for the next phase, and RRQ still needs to find more. We move to the pillars there.
Yes.
Oh, this is the one that have one
Female
female player.
player.
Oh, this is going to be very interesting. If I'm not mistaken, the nickname is Sasha, yeah?
Sasha.
Sasha, the pillar
Yes.
Sasha.
That will be awesome. And Onyx right here. I don't know what do we call this vehicle?
The new motorbike,
Yeah,
yeah.
the new bike, the snow bike.
Snow bike, yeah,
the
the
snow
snow bike.
bike. It is quite effective for the snow terrain. And right now, Nara is already have the view for the player from Team Onyx, but still it's quite far, and it is quite not worth it to spend all the ammo. But still, he already give a lot of or a small amount of impact because the utility, the equipment, especially the vest from Team that they already shot before, it will be lower than that. But Onyx, I don't know. They already been shot, but they want to seek the war, I guess, because it's quite close with Team Nara actually.
But at the first place, Onyx already quite near with Nara, but
Yes.
they do the another turn back. They
Yeah.
turning back.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now, here, they try to find another compound, I guess, to
Yes.
find another vision also, because now their place is already in the lower ground, and Nara still on the higher ground. Still try to find another utilities and equipment also. But in here, Onyx Cafe already have the Spatnos helmet also.
Yeah, Magnus
Quite
helmet,
good.
the level 3 helmet, it is quite strong actually. And what I can learn from just 2 matches before and this ongoing match, I mean like there is a team that prefer to play at a high ground, and there is also a team that prefer to play at a compound, right?
Oh.
I mean like EVOs, they really like to play at a high ground. They can scout more, but still there's a team that really like to play at compound because I guess it is M249, right? Yes,
Yeah.
M249.
Wow, this is a good weapon in VIKENDI.
Yes.
And still trying to find more vehicle, I guess, because the vehicle in VIKENDI is quite limited also.
Yes.
There's more to like motorcycle, motorbike, snow bike, rather
Yes.
than the car
Yeah,
itself.
that small car, right?
Yeah, the small car.
I don't know, that small car is actually it is quite easy to be blown, but
Yes.
still the speed of the car itself, it is quite fast, right?
Yes, the speed, and it can drift also.
It can drift, yes.
And in here, Onyx already secure one place, a compound in a house. In here, Geek over there already met with Dunia Games on the other side of VIKENDI.
Yes.
But previously we saw that DG already take airdrop. Maybe when they do rotation after taking the airdrop, they met Geek Fam, right?
Yeah, I guess so. The scouter, especially, right?
Yes,
I mean,
correct.
like the scouter job is the hardest, I guess, because Mostly, all the scouter is also the in-game leader because they know the way that they want to move, and they know what place they want to obtain.
Yes,
And
correct.
right now we see Genesis Dogma surprisingly still outside of the zone, even though we know the DPS of the first phase is not quite damaged to ourselves, but we already see at the zone itself, it's already fulfilled by most of the teams, Jelly.
Yes, after this, it's going to be a chaotic, and the circle still pushing upper of the Vikendi. And
The part of the sea is not even reduced in my slide view. I mean, like the sea is still quite big, and it can't be do a war right there, right? Because
yes.
in water you can hold your gun.
Yes, correct. But I think for several maybe last man standing, we're going to be fishes or maybe mermaid over there because it is quite a safe place if it's not detectable. If
Yes.
no one know that you are there, it's going to be a safe place. But the disadvantage that they cannot do any counter attack or they cannot do any healing over there. And
Yes.
also over here, Dranix still securing one place nearby the circle. Also, Gangsta over here also having a good positioning of high ground. But if in high ground in Vikendi, they need a quite big scope, right?
Yes.
Such as 4x or 6x scope
Yes.
because they need a better vision, and they secure the edge of the circle in here, IOG I guess, and there will be a meeting of Geekfam and RRQ, breakdown from RRQ going to Geekfam, but Geekfam trying to disengage now, nothing is happening, no! Geekfam, one man down over there, nice spray from RRQ Ryu, I already secured 3 points kill for this match.
Yes, this one, what you told before that times 4 is very important also in Vikendi because for the view and RRQ just shown us how to use it properly and they already have one kill from Team Geekfam, right? But at the same time, Geekfam is also in the very not good condition. I mean, like they faced RRQ before, but still at the front of them, there's already Nara is waiting there. Nara from the very first zone or the very first time they already have the high ground. They wait there. They already have a good scope and they can manage to pinch right here Team or Geekfam.
Yes, this is not a good position actually for Geekfam because
Yes.
they're sandwiched. They're getting sandwiched with Nara and RQ also. But in here, Geek trying to play quite offensive. He do the tapping over there to scare Nara maybe, or maybe there's initiation that Geekfam want to snatch the compound maybe. But over here we see they're still having a tap. Oh, Boo Boo getting quite good damage from RRQ. Oh my god, RRQ still hunt down. Still hunt them
Yes.
down. Oh my god.
RRQ still have the bloodlust right there. It is not finished for me. They
Yes.
say I have the SLR, I have the scope.
Yes.
It is my job to take you down.
Yes, correct. They don't want let Geek Fam run away. They still try to do the tapping, scares give, and they try to damage. They do the damage for their equipment also, because if one knockdown, the armor or the
Vest?
vest, the helmet also can be crashed. Also.
Yes, there is very big impact for him. I mean, like Warung right now have SLR, one of the I can say worst controllable weapon, but still the damage itself is far up from SKS. I mean, like it is hard to control, but still in the upper hand, the damage itself is more than SKS.
Yes, correct. And over here, GD that we saw, he's playing a late rotation over here,
Yes.
and finally they managed to get inside the zone, but the zone is going to close to Circle 4 and still pushing more to the port area or northern area of the Vikendi.
Yes, as once more, the sea is not even reduced. Just the land right there and push towards the north of the map. And this is not. This is supposed to be happen at Sanhok,
Yes.
a small map, but still in Vikendi, which is 6 times 6, the team is already packed up right there.
Yes, correct. And it's going to be a chaotic moment because
Yes.
there's a lot of team. I think more than half of all of team is having the southern zone of the circle, at the edge of the circle at the south. And IOG is still outside of the circle. Maybe they're going to the late rotation. On the other side, there's a war between Alter Ego, I guess, because there's notification over
Yes,
there.
yes, yes.
Alter ego
Heroes.
and victim.
Yes, and two more knocks from Victim Esports. This is very, very hard for him. And Banyu already taken down. And that's the third player from Victim. And I guess this is the very first team that will go to the lobby. Victim.
Yes, and we move now to RRQ. Still, RRQ doing the scouting, not doing much movement, and tapping from Boong to the smoke, just a blind tap,
Yes.
trying to test their luck, I guess.
Yes, because when you hit the damage to the player, it will be a hit mark, right?
Yes,
So,
correct.
so that. Oh, that's a push right there with Uzi. Once again, Uzi is the most powerful weapon in a class combat because the fire rate, the speed of the fire itself is in front of them.
Yes, they're
Which-
going to be a
yeah,
meeting with
which-
Dranix, right?
Dranix, yes, Team Dranix.
And there's already a setup smoke by IOG itself because they need to defend. This is going to be a 2 versus 2 between
Yes.
Dranix and IOG itself. They try to secure and defend their own compound.
Yes, and this is what unique from TPP, which is third-person perspective. We can use our shoulder pick technique. We do not need to reveal our face, do not reveal our body, and we still can manage to see where is the player that we want to take down.
Yeah, the movement that they do is very careful actually here, and it's already straight up from Ujup is going to take them. No, they still survive Ludens through the smoke. The smoke can save him, and now we try to see Ujup trying to do the play. Then Ludens is knocked down now. With no one left. Omega with very low health. Will he manage to survive another blind spray from Ujup?
Yes, and Omega right now already have the first hit, and one knock from Dranix, and 1v1 right now. Omega versus Uchup. Omega, but still Uchup get the upper hand with the M4 and manage to wipe out IOG or Island of Gods. Well played for Uchup. What an outstanding performance from him. The
Whoa,
scoop.
this is, they need to be very careful because RRQ already heard the sound of the war over there.
Yes.
Directly Nerpeko try to scout
Oh.
over there, and Uchup, lucky Uchup is doing the front.
Yes, the front end. He's beside the building, I guess. But Drone Ryu, he already knew there's a war in here. He is maybe the scouter from RRQ and already give the information to his teammate. Let's go push.
Yes, and the circle still going to the port.
Yeah, still going to the port. I don't know what is the push factor or the pull factor from the port right here. But Alter Ego is chilling right there.
Yes.
Yeah, I already have the port.
Yes.
I don't need to move.
Correct. This might become the advantage for them, yeah, to
Yes.
secure the circle because they don't need to do extreme movement over there.
Yes,
But still in
agree.
here, it is RQ still very curious with Dranix. If you see, they still try to get the vision, but the circle is not on Dranix, so I guess they need to do the rotation, and RRQ will crash on Boom, I
Boom?
guess, but not they stop on the edge of the circle.
Yes, yes. It is very important to not immediately go push to a compound. I mean, like there is a chance that there is a people or there's a however, maybe RRQ is still playing the edge of the zone because they already knew it's already the fourth pace of the zone and the players still quite a lot. So that way it is very safe for them to play at the edge and don't go towards immediately to a compound.
Yes, but I don't know why Drone's still trying to get the vision
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
Dranix.
I don't know. Every time the spectator drone, what we say, the view from drone
Yes.
itself, it's still try to catch the last player from Dranix.
Yes, correct. Oh, this is a very lucky place
Yes,
for Geek Fam.
For Geek Fam, and this is my bay. I really love MK14 because this is a very, very good weapon. I mean, like for DMR, it is very, very strong, and also for full auto, it can be a main weapon of yours, and it can wipe a player in less than 2 seconds. And we heard right now a gunshot is everywhere, but still. We haven't seen any information yet whose team already been knocked down, but Lufre, too easy. Oh, Slayer is being knocked by Aura Reses. He's from out of nowhere, and Rose Z, right, is already have 1 kill from Lufre. Ozora and his teammate must have a good place right now to hide from Aura is still hunting, I guess, because they already know from Team Louvre itself has already lost their one of their member.
Yes, correct. But in here, Louvre, they're having a middle compound between Aura, another team in the lower compound, which is the pillars itself.
Yes.
So Louvre actually can saw the pillars very clearly, but Aura can see Louvre very clearly. And in here, we can see Aura. It's like they can predict the zone because
Yes.
from the first place until now, Aura's still inside the zone and not moving anywhere.
Yes. So right now Aura is really at an advantage and Alter suddenly, oh god, we need to move.
Yes.
They already have fourth for the fourth last zone, and at the fifth zone they already need to move. And Louvre, a very very smart decision. They already have a lot of vehicle, a lot of Dacia, two at least, and they already have compound at the edge of the zone. This will be an advantage for them at least for this zone because this compound is quite good at the edge of the zone. And we see Alter from the first very movement. They must face Team Nara right there, and they already have a knock from him, and there is a threat right there, and Nara, one ready knock, and once more, it is an immediate finish for Team Nara from Alter Ego.
Yes, because in here Alter Ego need to push because they need to get inside to the zone where Nara is becoming the security of the circle over there.
Yes.
And another setup smoke is being done by Nara now, trying to revive their friend because one of the player team is already back to the lobby, which is Octa itself. Trying to revive now. Will it can revive? Oh, very low health, but still can revive at the behind of the row over there. Still securing the compound itself. We move now to RRQ. What a play! Suddenly RRQ already going back to the lobby and now trying to revive their friend. I think it's going to be a very chaotic moment in here because the zone is trying to push more to the sixth phase.
Yes, and I think this will be a slow down tempo for RRQ. And boom, Shovel is already been knocked by the Kobe, thrown by the Team Onyx, I guess, yeah, because it's quite close with Boom right now. And going Robin! Want to go down, want to revive his teammate, but the floor is lava!
Yes, they cannot going down.
Yes.
It's a very hard moment now, but Onyx is already getting inside to the house, rush this house so once and spray down, but still can defend, changing the weapon. Hide anything, but no! Boker cannot go. Alviro is in a high now. Another spray from Guardian S. This is a very, very great moment for Onyx and Boom Esports.
Yes, Calvino once more show his quality as the MVP owner for the first match. Now, right now at VIKENDI, it is a very catch moment. He already have one player from Team Boom, and right now Boom is left with 3 players, and it is very close to Team Geek and the other team around him.
Yes, and Alviro managed to survive with smoke on their house.
Yes.
And Boom still survive also with 3 persons now. And Zabava is going to be a bloody place now because the circle still not in the safe zone. Zabava over here. They need to move around 180 meters to the safe zone in 40 seconds left.
Yes, 100 meters maybe it is quite small range, but still the next zone because 100 meters maybe can change your team life. I mean, like 100 meters, it is a really close range, but there are a lot of teams already inside the zone.
Yes, correct. And there's still 10 teams with 29 players alive for the sixth circle, and 10 seconds left. It's going to squeeze down again. It's going to be a very crazy area. Another spray. Colpin taking a lot of damage over there. Oh my god, 2 players of Onyx is a very low health, but Alfiro trying to save their friends, throwing another molly to the second floor now, trying to find another enemy now.
Yes, by the back of the house. Oh, that was quick, but still there's a follow-up shot from the up of the hill, the house of the up of the hill, and Calvino right now, he just managed to have another kill from Team RRQ. Yes, and RRQ must be wiped out. Hey, no, I still one player from RRQ. One player is still lurking on the house or in the house, and Warung still hear the steps. And right now, Oh God.
Oh, this is going to be a very
Yeah.
crazy. And Warung is getting hit,
Mm.
getting burned by the Playzone. Maybe he will play another healing game or no. But Onyx Alfiro already tried to push inside the circle where there is also Aura in the house. Alfiro trying to sneak out behind the circle now. But I don't know Alfiro whether can manage to get in on side or no because Aura in here getting a lot of vision from the second floor here. There's also Molly thrown by Roses over there. Onyx is in very hard situation again. Once again, another play zone is hitting also for Onyx in first and Aura. Roses playing very.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
need to go back.
Aura really in the upper hand right now. They already have the zone. They already have the compound. They also have the high ground right there with the connect of the net, with the connect of the Molotov. They
Yes.
managed to have 6 kills right now. And Jaden still using the 3 times scope with the M4 and the zone,
Oh
ladies
my
and
god.
gentlemen, really giving a push to the players to go to the coast of the beach of VIKENDI right now.
Yes, this is.
Wow.
Oh, this is very chaotic moment. And Aura, Alter Ego, Geek Fam need to push inside the zone. And there's also another tapping going inside for Rosesi, hitting a little bit of damage, but they still can manage to survive. Oh, they still have two vehicles left also. No worries. But on the other hand, Geek already take down Roses. The one player of Aura must be knocked down by Geek Fame. Both of them are racing to the zone.
Yes, because the zone is already edge of the map. I mean, like it is the coast of on the top of the map. And Aura right now they already have the vehicle, but still they already in a sandwich condition. There is at least 2 teams that already pinched them down, and they really need to use their utility properly right now. Okay, the car is already moving from Ken. Ken maybe will be. Oh, one already going too far from Geek. Now Boo Boo is the last man standing from Geek. They already have 5 kills. It is very bad condition for them if they do not manage to at least go to the top 3 because 5 kills is already quite good. And can still seek for if there is a possibility of player. Oh, there he already heard the step, I guess.
Yes, he's trying to do another hand, but yes, Casey is taken down by Ken, and Evos need go to back to the lobby, getting hugged by Aura slowly when the circle is moving, and now we move to the pillars. Oh my god, they silently, but they still get having 4 players.
Oh yes.
They,
Oh my god. Yeah, the pillars they still have the 4 players and Team Aura, I guess it is still 2 players left because they already eliminated by some teams, I guess, because they already sandwich or the pinch by at least 2 teams from Team the Pillars and also from Team Louvre. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is 13 or 12,
oh,
12 players left and 5 team left. Oh, that's the vehicle that used by Team Aura. They're still chilling and one knockdown, and that's the squad wipeout from Team Aura because they do not know team or the field.
weapon also they can.
49, yes.
249. And now Sasha is going to do the revive for Boboho. This is the moment that we will see because in 40 seconds the circle is going to push again to
Yes.
squeeze more inside, and another throw grenade from outside trying to snatch the compound. Another spray from Heroes, but it's tackled down, countered by Tower Pillars. Oh my god. And this is going to be a very crazy more moment. Trying
Yes.
to do the healing now. Stagvi behind the tree. And
Oh my god, I really love how the pillars play in Vikendi. I mean, the spread of their team is really on point. One is in a compound, one is already outside of the compound, and they can manage to kill all players that ready to go to the zone. And Team DG, Trick Ziti, surprisingly is already inside the zone and on the boat,
yes.
on the not moving boat. Oh my god, DG, what a cheeky, tricky play from you. It is suit for your name.
Yes, correct. And now the last man standing from Lubertom. Another. Oh, Trick must get back to the lobby by the
Yes.
pillars because the position of himself is already known by the pillars. Maybe he tried to do the tapping first. So they can get the counter and now spray from Uber to the pit. Dinner for this match. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's quite sweet actually.
Yeah. Maybe she's the fortune lady.
Yes, she's the fortune lady.
Yeah. Even though the pillars playing is not very aggressive also. Actually, from the first match until the third match, the one who get winner in the chicken dinner is the team.
Yes, not so aggressive. I mean, like if you do the aggressive thing, okay, you can get a chance to get a lot of kills,
Yes.
but still, the TPI, the third party involved, is really possible to be happen. And I
Yes.
really love how the pillars